I actually got some venom in my eyes. What's up, guys? So today's video, I have no clue. Yeah, I think I might actually be lost, but at least I can herp more. So yeah, let's get herping. Obviously, usual location, Nairobi, northern Botswana, and I want to find some epic snakes. So let's go do that. But before I do, I actually want to respond to a lot of this hate I've been getting on my YouTube channel for bringing my dogs along with me during these adventures where I encounter dangerous snakes. And first of all, I myself personally also want to keep my dogs at home, but because we have an electric fence, they could fit under the fence quite easily, so I can leave without them. I'll be 2 kilometers away and then they pop up right next to me, and I can't walk all the way back home to drop them off because they're just going to get out the fence again. And I can't leave them in the house because that's just the rules from the boss. And look, these dogs have been doing this with me for years, and they know what's dangerous and what's not, so they know what to get close to and what not to get close to. And for an extra precaution, I'm always keeping an eye on where the snake's head is and where my dogs are. So although it's a lot of multitasking, trust me, I know my dogs are safe. I make sure of that because I love my dogs more than anything. And if you think you care about my dogs more than me, then stop watching my videos. But yeah, ignore that. Let's go catch some snakes. Well, we've got a nice storm coming in, guys, which is great because what this means is that it's heading southwest, which is towards my direction. So if this storm comes over and gets a good 10 mils before nightfall, that means we're gonna have some really good herping tonight, and that's what I'm really praying for. So I'm really praying the storm reaches us and then starts pouring. But yeah. Alright guys, so it's actually starting to rain now. It's coming in good. This is great. This is what I want. Okay, it's seriously pouring now, guys. Yo, I'm gonna have to get back quickly. This is exactly what I've been wanting. This is actually getting crazy. I'm just walking back from the gate. Look how much wind and rain there is. This is seriously beautiful. This is what I've been waiting for. This is the weather I've been waiting for a long time, but I don't want to get too cocky because it's only 3:30. And if this rain stops, which it probably will, then it's gonna dry up before it gets dark, which means all of this is gonna be wasted. So I'm praying that this can last. Alrighty guys, it's officially 1 o'clock and we had 18 mils of rain, which is way better than I expected. So I'm gonna do as much herping as I can. We're gonna go to the other side of the property where there's a little bit better habitat and better soil and some water sources for frogs. So yeah, I'm really stoked, and hopefully we can find some good snakes tonight, which I'm sure we will. Right, so another find from the night is this fairly small guttural toad, Sclerophes gutturalis. He just ate a bug. And yeah, you see these guys go at night, and this is the #1 frog you're bound to see. It's very common, so I'm not going to bore you guys. You can actually note that characteristic red thighs there, which is good for distinguishing it with other toads like flatback toads, Sclerophes pusilla. So yeah, I'm just going to leave him. Right, another common culprit is this Fisher's thick-toed gecko, Chondrodactylus levagotus. Very common along these walls, and he's just gone behind that geyser. Yeah, we'll leave him be. We're gonna see a lot more, so yeah. Right, well, we got the first snake of the night. Looks like, yeah, just your usual egg eater. This is actually quite a big one. Yeah, so these guys are fangless. They have absolutely no teeth. Very common. Oh, there he goes in his defense position. But yeah, I always see these guys when I'm out at night. Very common. Feed predominantly on eggs. Very beautiful little snake. They're often misidentified for the venomous night adder, which is actually a big problem because then people get bitten, and you won't die from the night adder, but it is a very painful bite, not something you'll get bitten by. Very cool snake. Obviously a boreal, since they spend most of their time looking for birds' eggs, but they do come to the ground to go from tree to tree. So yeah, just gonna eat this guy. Very beautiful. Alright guys, I think this is the cutest thing I've seen. You can't see it, but I can. Take a look at this. Wait, let me try and focus on it. Take a look at the size of that flat-necked chameleon. That thing is tiny. That literally is the size of my fingernail. That is the smallest flamingo. I might actually have to go back home and get my camera, because this thing is stupid. That, oh my goodness. Well, I mean, these guys are very common chameleons, the only chameleons we have here in Botswana, but to see one that small is just stupid. Wow. I'm gonna get my camera and show you guys a photo just so you can get a better reference. But what? Well, I just realized I actually have seen a lot of gravid mothers around the area, because we've got another one in there. So these guys, obviously very common. They're going to be all along this grass here. All these brand new hatchlings from the mothers we've had in this area. I'll see if we can find one of the mothers actually and show you guys. But they do actually, the eggs hatch around December. So obviously it's December, so it's a good time for them. So I'm not surprised, but wow, those are just, that's really cute. Right, so I finally managed to find one, and this is one of the mother chameleons. I've actually been seeing her, this is probably the third time I've seen her. Yeah, my torch is a bit bright, which is annoying. Let me actually swap, there you go. So yeah, I've seen this guy, or I've seen her a few times before. She usually stays down there, you won't be able to see it in there, but she's migrated to over here. She's definitely responsible for one of the babies out here. She was very fat and now she's skinny, so she's obviously laid her eggs, and she's getting a little bit agitated, she's getting darker. So we're just gonna leave her. But yeah, flap-neck chameleon, Camellia dilepis. Alright guys, you'll not believe this. I'm walking here, look at the tracks. Look at this guys, we've got a python. Look at this guys. We've got a python here, just walking along the road. Oh my goodness. Absolutely breathtaking python. Take a look at him guys. Wow. Freshly shed. This is the most beautiful python I think I've ever seen in my life. I want to shine right in his eyes. Look at that guys. Absolute stunning python. Just take a look. Freshly so you can really see the iridescence on the scales. Just moving along, he's turning around, he's getting agitated. I'm gonna quickly check the ablutions here. And I mean, to be honest, that's all I really need. I'm so stoked with just that. That is awesome. Guys, take a look at him. I just got him out the bucket. He switched out, unfortunately. I'm just gonna catch him, but take a look at him trying to get up in the bush. Take a look at this beautiful snake, guys. Holy cow. Holy. Alright guys, so I've got him in this bucket now. We're gonna continue searching. I'm gonna bring this back home, put him into a proper enclosure just for the night, and then we're gonna photograph him to the day. But holy, night's just started. We've got a beautiful Southern African python, guys. I'm so stoked. Wow. So here's a look at this python from last night. Really stunning. Very healthy. It's nice to see pythons this healthy in this time of the year. Yeah, in this open grassland, we're gonna try and get some shots first, record a new video, and then get some nice beats. Guys, when you're working with these snakes, it's always important to let them just calm, get used to you, let them know you're not going to kill them, because then they get super stressed. And this is a female. I don't know if she's carrying eggs. She's very heavy, so it might be a possibility. I'm just gonna gently wait for her to calm down before I take any pictures. Look, so calm, I can just let my hand go. Very calm, very beautiful snakes. Alright guys, so it's the next morning, and we had 55 millimeters of rain last night, which is a lot for our area. And yeah, it's like 8 o'clock, it's 29-30 degrees, so it's nice and warm, overcast, ground is still damp, so hopefully some snakes from last night will still be active. Alright guys, we've had nothing yet besides this cool Damara skink, Tracholepis damarana. So these are typical in the Mopani woodlands, and these are the skinks I was talking about yesterday that we managed to find during that 55 millimeters of rain. So yeah, this is just another one. Really nice to see them. Yeah, my dog actually spotted him and he chased up the tree, and I did not see him at all. I thought it was a squirrel or something. But yeah, this is so far the only reptile we've seen in the entire trip today. So we're gonna keep looking, but yeah, I don't really have high hopes, but I'm really hoping we do manage to find a snake. Well, this is insane. Take a look at the size of that caterpillar. That is like, let me put my hand there for reference. That is one big caterpillar. Alright guys, well this is a bit different. That is Southern Africa's most venomous scorpion. This is the granulated thick-tailed scorpion, Parabruthus granulatus, and it is a medically significant snake and has been responsible for a few deaths in Southern Africa. So yeah, this guy and the Transvaal thick-tailed scorpion, Parabruthus transvalicus, is also one of Southern Africa's most venomous scorpions. So it's really not something you want to get stung by. Yeah, really nasty scorpion, and unfortunately they are very common. I mean, I can lift a rock and find literally lift 3 rocks and find 3 scorpions. It's almost 100% chance of flipping them. But yeah, just under this piece of tin, Parabruthus granulatus. Alright guys, so I've just come to this pan that is filled up during the rainy season, or from last night's rain. We're gonna go around the pan, hopefully also try and find some snakes out, because they will be active now, trying to find, they're gonna be basking. But if we get lucky, we might find a snake hunting these frogs. No ways guys, look at this. I literally just lifted this log, no. And there it is. No ways guys, this is insane. That is one unexpected surprise. There it is, right there. If I can get him out. There's another one. No ways. Oh, there's another one. Oh my goodness. Take a look at this, guys. 3 of the most beautiful frogs right here. These are the banded rubber frogs, Phronomantis fasciatus. That is insane. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna wash them off, get them into a container, and then photograph them, and then just fix up those logs that I moved and then release them. But that is insane. I'm gonna get some nice close-ups for you guys, obviously, because this is one hell of a beautiful frog. Alright guys, so here's a look at this beautiful banded rubber frog. Currently this guy's eating the ants that are crossing, which is really cool. I haven't seen that before. But yeah, there you go, there's a walk. And you can sort of see this guy puffing himself up, which is really cool. It's one of their defense mechanisms. There you go, he's walking, which is also what they're known for. But as you can see, just by looking at how bright and conspicuous these guys are, you can see those bright patterns. At first thought you'd think they are poisonous, and you're not wrong, they definitely are toxic to eat. But luckily their bufotoxin, which is the name of their toxin, is relatively weak, so you won't die from it, but you definitely will get sick. But yeah, it's a really beautiful frog, very conspicuous red markings, and really love these guys. Very nice to call. They also have a very beautiful call. And yeah, managed to find 3, which is just, that's quite something. That's insane. I'm so happy for that. But yeah, very beautiful frog. And we're going to keep searching this. There's 2-3 other species of frogs calling behind me. One of which I know is a bubbly catsina, another grass frog. Third one I'm not too sure, but we're going to try and find them. Alright guys, so I've just finished photographing and recording these frogs. So I'm just going to put some water in here, just so that they're nice and hydrated. So just in case, they lost any moisture from me handling them. And then we're just going to put them back exactly where we found them. We've got a storm actually coming, which is really bad. Sorry, I only just noticed my exposure was really low. But there goes that guy. Other one went under here somewhere, but he'll find another moist patch. But yeah, really cool to see actually. I don't know where the other one actually went. But yeah, there they are. Really beautiful frogs. Really love finding them. Let's just put this log back. Alright guys, so it's starting to pour literally as soon as I release those frogs. I've got my camera bag here, but it's not fully waterproof. So yeah, we're gonna have to make our way back quickly. It's really starting to get wet now. And I do not want to get anything wet in my camera bag. So I'm flipping a lot of these smaller bark scorpions here. They are very common, obviously. Let me see if I can't just grab him to show you guys. There he is. Oi! Stop moving. There we go. There he is. So yeah, these are very, very small scorpions. Unfortunately, I can't get the GoPro too close because it's a wide angle lens, so it won't focus. But yeah, most common species of scorpions we have here, and they do get, people do get stung by them a lot because, you know, they're always in and around firewood that people are carrying, and they're very small, so they can fit into the smallest cracks. But yeah, every time you flip these things of wood, they're always under here. These are the most common culprits when flipping. There you go. Really beautiful little pan here. Really, really gorgeous when the rains come in. So this is your endoheic systems. These are depressions filled by rainwater. Alright guys, so I just flipped a lizard on this piece of bark. He's actually under my flip-flop now. Oh, no ways. I thought this would have been a snake-eyed skink, our smallest species here. But this is actually a writhing skink. That's insane. I've never seen one that small in my life. Let me see if I can... Someone managed to get him out here. Alright guys, so here's a look at this Sandoval's writhing skink, Mockler Sandovali. And their name comes from the action that they use to dig into the sand to hide themselves. So they are a fossorial reptile. But yeah, very, very small. This guy's like fresh out the egg. He's just gone on that piece of bark. He's actually out on the other side here. So yeah, very, very cool lizard. I really thought that was a snake-eyed skink, because typically that's the average size of a snake-eyed skink. But no, it's actually Sandoval's writhing skink, so that's really cool. I'm just gonna leave him there and continue flipping. Alright guys, now I have a snake-eyed skink and I'm sure of it. This is actually a bigger one. Oh, please don't tell me he's gone in that burrow. Oh no, he's here. See if I can just grab him. Actually looks like, yeah, it's a pregnant female. Not gonna add too much pressure. Alright, so this is the snake-eyed skink right here. You can see pretty small, but this is actually this is an adult female. You can see she's quite fat because she's actually got eggs. But just take a look at that speckling on her head there, on that lip. So this is the speckled-necked snake-eyed skink, Panasphus maculicollis. And the name snake-eyed skink comes from the fact that they actually don't have eyelids. So they can't blink, just like snakes. So really cool lizard. This is actually a big one. Flipped under that piece of bark, so yeah, just gonna put him back. But yeah, really nice. Now I get to show you guys what a snake-eyed skink is compared to that Mockler Sandovali. Really cool. Guys, this is really cool. I've actually just flipped a snake now. Wow, let me get the camera out before it goes away. Oh, this is awesome. Alright guys, so this is the Peter's thread snake. If I can just grab him, Leptotyphlops cutifrons. He's very grey because he's actually in shed. But yeah, very common culprit in the sand, and real mess to photograph these guys. I mean, it's so difficult. You actually start losing your mind. But yeah, they are obviously a fossorial, as you can see. Very small head, and the interesting thing with these guys is they've got this defense where their head and their tail look very similar. So you can kind of see tail just in between my fingers there and the head. So the predator will sometimes grab the tail thinking it's the head, and he's completely safe because his head is still intact. But yeah, very white one because it's in shed. Right under there. Really cool. This is getting a bit crazy. I just finished flipping that bark, and there was actually a second one under there. This one is actually the typical color of these guys, and this is a smaller one, as you can see, compared to this larger one. Okay, I mean, flipping one snake for me is incredible. Flipping two under the same piece of bark, that's definitely something. That's really cool. Might actually do a video. Wow. Yeah, might just get some shots and then I'll actually release him. Just find this piece of wall. We've got a little round-headed worm lizard. It's like Gaspus quadrifrons. It's a really nice size amphisbaenian. So these are reptiles, they aren't actually worms. Oh, and he's going crazy right now. Check at him there. But yeah, I don't really want to mess with them too much. They are very common under these pieces. They are fossorial. So, just gonna put them back under. Let's move this quickly. There we go. Go under there, buddy. Oh my days, seems like breakdancing. Might actually. There you go. Alright guys, so we've kind of been given this lucky opportunity we've had this tent removed, so we've got this really sandy soil here, which I've seen lots of mockless, writhing skinks, and I've also had some wolf snakes. So we're going to dig around in here, hopefully for an acontius, because that is a lifer. But hopefully any other reptile under here, I'll be super happy. Guys, look at this. I just lifted this and there's a baby Mozambique spitting cobra right under here, guys. Scout, no, take a look at this, guys. Baby Mozambique spitting cobra. No ways, guys. Can't believe we just flipped that right under here. Just a baby Mozambique spitting cobra. I'm just gonna gently neck him because I don't have my tongs with me. I'm going to quickly find a stick while keeping an eye on that. I need a stick that's enough for me to actually pin it down. And then you get him on the sand. There he is. Alrighty. Oh, a bit too close. Ooh, yeah, this is not a very good game. There you go, guys. There he is. Oh, he's pooping. Just a small little, very beautiful Mozambique spinning cobra. I'm gonna box him up and then we'll take some photographs. It's only 4:30, so we could take some photographs now. Yeah, it's really beautiful. Cool. He did spit in my mouth, but it's okay if they spit in your mouth. It just tastes bitter, really. I actually got some venom in my eyes. Alright guys, I got some venom in my eyes. Oh, it stings really bad. I'm gonna go to a tap and rinse it for 20 minutes. But, yo. Yo. Hey. Yeah, that burns. I'm gonna go wipe my hands and face off and then I'll tell you guys what happened. Alright, so what happened is I actually got caught off guard, and as I was about to get the bucket, I bent over and I put my head like this and I accidentally moved the snake like this. So it spat and got me just in the corner of my eye here. Really goes to show how accurate these guys are when it comes to spitting. But in a situation like this, especially if you get a lot, luckily it was just a few drops in the corner of my eye. If you do get a lot of venom like that, what you actually have to do is rinse your eyes out for about 20 minutes. Just water. People say mogul alcohol works better, but it really doesn't. Water works just as good. Alright guys, so here's a good look at this Mozambique spinning cobra. So across southern Africa, these guys are one of the most dangerous snakes, simply because of their behavior. So these guys spend most of their time nocturnal. So they spend most of their time out at night hunting primarily frogs, but also mice. And during this, they find their way into homes because of the sufficient warmth and food that homes provide. So they make their way into beds or blankets or pillows, and then people who then go to bed in those sheets often roll onto the snake, and the snake, thinking it's been attacked, then bites the victim. They are also highly venomous, equipped with cytotoxic venom, which destroys the cells and causes a lot of necrosis and swelling. So it's a really nasty bite, and they are spitting cobras. Even a young one like this, fresh out the egg, they are insanely accurate. They know exactly what they're doing, and yeah, it's quite impressive. I mean, like I said, with that one getting me in the corner of my eye, it was just a quick second that he had that little open gap and he managed to get it in there, just to prove how like impressive these guys are and how accurate they are. But they are generally very easy to identify because there's not many variations of these snakes throughout the countries. But yeah, really beautiful snake. And just take a look at those black bars and that salmon pink belly there underneath the hood. But yeah, it's a really beautiful snake. So we did get some good shots, got a video, and then yeah, I think we're just gonna release this guy. Alright guys, so I'm just finished recording and photographing and making some videos of this guy. So I'm just gonna release him in this thick grass here so he doesn't get noted by any other birds, predators. But yeah, I want him in the property, so I'm just gonna release him in the property. Love to see this guy again. There he goes, into the grass there.